Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Kaye, chiropractor and functional health provider and owner of the Center for Functional Health. And today I want to talk about the role of histamine in relation to why you may be feeling awful. If you ever felt like your body is playing a cruel game of guess what's wrong now, you're not alone. One day it's a pounding headache, the next your skin is on fire, it's breaking out in hives, or your stomach is in knots after a meal you've eaten 100 times before. Maybe you've been told it's stress, allergies, or even just, well, it's in your head. But what if there's a deeper reason for these seemingly random symptoms? Histamine intolerance is often overlooked, yet it could be the missing link behind your body's unexplained reactions. Let's break it down and figure out what's really going on. So, what is histamine intolerance? Histamine intolerance is a condition in which the body is unable to properly break down and regulate histamine, a compound involved in responses to digestion and neurological function. Unlike a food allergy, which involves an immune system reaction, histamine intolerance occurs when histamine accumulates in the body due to an imbalance between its production and degradation, its breakdown. The enzyme diamine oxidase, DAO, is responsible for breaking down histamine in the gut, and when DAO activity is insufficient, histamine builds up, leading to symptoms that mimic allergic reactions. So let's talk about some of the symptoms. Histamine intolerance presents a wide range of symptoms, making it difficult to diagnose. So some common symptoms include skin reactions, flushing, hives, itching, and eczema-like rashes, digestive issues, bloating, diarrhea, nausea, and acid reflux, neurological symptoms, headaches, migraines, dizziness, and anxiety, cardiovascular effects, think palpitations, low blood pressure, and irregular heartbeat, respiratory symptoms, nasal congestion, sneezing, difficulty breathing, and hormonal and menstrual irregularities. Think worsened PMS, irregular cycles, and hot flashes. Because histamine affects multiple systems in the body, individuals with histamine intolerance often experience symptoms that fluctuate in severity and duration. Why is histamine intolerance often misdiagnosed? Let's talk about that. One of the biggest challenges with histamine intolerance is that it overlaps with many other conditions. It is frequently mistaken for allergies, and also mistaken for irritable bowel syndrome and even anxiety disorders. Conventional testing often does not identify histamine intolerance because there is no single definitive test to diagnose it. Blood tests can measure histamine levels or DAO activity, but results may not always correlate with symptoms. This leads to a frustrating cycle where many individuals undergo numerous tests and treatments without any answers. Several factors can contribute to histamine intolerance, including gut health imbalances. A healthy gut microbiome is essential for proper histamine metabolism. Dysbiosis, leaky gut, and small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO, can impair DAO production and lead to histamine buildup. Next, nutrient deficiencies. DAO enzyme function depends on certain nutrients like B6, copper, and vitamin C. Deficiencies in these nutrients can exacerbate histamine intolerance. Then there's high histamine foods. Aged cheeses, fermented foods, alcohol, processed meats, and vegetables. Certain vegetables like tomatoes, spinach, and naturally high in histamine can contribute to symptoms. Medications. Some medications include NSAIDs, antidepressants, and antihistamines. They can all interfere with DAO activity and histamine breakdown. So what about functional lab tests? Well, functional lab tests are used to measure histamine levels and diamine oxidase activity. A high histamine to DAO ratio can indicate that a person is consuming too many histamine-rich foods and has insufficient enzymes to break down histamines. Some practitioners may also use a histamine skin prick test to detect elevated levels. While detecting high histamine levels is relatively straightforward, pinpointing the root cause of histamine intolerance is more complex. Practitioners may run additional tests, such as allergy tests, or investigate whether medication overuse is a contributing factor. It is also common to test for nutrient deficiencies or food intolerances. Conditions like leaky gut, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth are often examined as well. Histamine intolerance involves more than simply avoiding high histamine foods. A whole body approach focuses on supporting gut health, optimizing nutrient levels, and reducing inflammation. So let's talk about first thing, supporting gut health. Since DAO is produced in the gut, improving the gut health is a crucial step. Healing the gut lining, consume bone broth, collagen, and glutamine. They can help repair intestinal permeability, which is often a contributor to histamine intolerance. Next, balance the microbiome. Introduce probiotics that do not produce histamine, such as Lactobacillus rhamnosus and Bifidobacterium infantis. They can support the gut balance without exacerbating the symptoms. Next, address SIBO and dysbiosis. If an overgrowth of bacteria is present, antimicrobial herbs, probiotics, and a temporary low histamine diet may help rebalance the gut. Optimize DAO activity and nutrient levels. Ensure adequate levels of nutrients that support DAO function, and this is essential. Think vitamin B6 found in poultry, bananas, and potatoes, crucial for DAO production. Vitamin C, natural antihistamine, supports immune function. Copper helps activate DAO, found in nuts, seeds, and organ meats. And quercetin, I love quercetin. It's a flavonoid with mast cell stabilizing properties that can help reduce histamine release. Next, adopt a low histamine diet temporarily. Key, temporarily. While diet is not the root cause of histamine intolerance, temporarily reducing high histamine foods can provide symptom relief while the body heals. Focus on fresh meats, non-citrus fruits, leafy greens, and freshly prepared meals rather than leftovers, which tend to accumulate histamine. Next, reduce stress and support detoxification. Chronic stress can contribute to histamine intolerance by increasing inflammation and impair gut function. Practices such as deep breathing, qigong, gentle exercise, and sufficient sleep can help regulate histamine levels. Support liver detoxification through adequate hydration and cruciferous vegetables. This can also aid in breaking down histamine more efficiently. Histamine intolerance is a complex condition that is often overlooked and misdiagnosed due to a wide ranging of symptoms. A whole body approach that includes gut healing, nutrient optimization, stress management, and dietary adjustments can help restore balance and reduce symptoms. By addressing the root causes rather than just managing symptoms, individuals can achieve lasting relief and improve overall well-being. Hope this is helpful. Stay healthy and strong, and we'll see you soon.